So we have the Homecoming cam. He's the only person we're going to be spectating in the whole tournament, by the way, guys. I know there's a lot of other people in here. You probably know them. You probably want to see what they're going to do, but I got bad news. We're just going to be watching Homecoming for really no reason. That's it. Nah, I'm just kidding. All right, who else we got? We got Nea. We got Monkey Got Crit. They're going to be splitting between... Oh, I have my music still on. Sorry. We have Monkey Got Crit over here in Pond. We have Nea teleporting over to what I believe is school. Yeah, because he's playing Shoichi. This is pretty standard stuff, which means these players are not going to be meeting up until at least the third zone, which is... if I know anything about duos nowadays, you got to start meeting up a little bit earlier. This is going to be likely a 1-inch punch build unless we see some spicy Brazil Gauntlet, which I kind of doubt, but you never know. We have... Oh... We have a Madru. Okay, hold on, Madru. Hold on, Madru. Why you got that white weapon there? What's going on? Buddy, I'm a little confused because this is not on brand for what I see from you. You're letting Nea loot for free, absolutely unpunished. There's no tag 50, which I'm so used to seeing so early in the game. Looks like there's going to be no early aggression. A Wickline. Hang on, hold on. Where are they? Over here. On the TP, gonna be running into a Lars who's all by themselves. But they're opting not to go for the kill because they don't have their weapons done. Instead, everyone's just going to be one big happy family and TP out safely. However, by safely, I do mean that they have teleported right into Extra Crispy and Low Life. Low Life and Extra Crispy, at least Extra Crispy has his weapon finished. Kiyomi certainly does not, and neither does Wukanen. So it's in their best interest to just disengage from this and get Extra Crispy off of them. But if you know anything about Yuki, he has some of the highest mobility in the game. So this is going to be very, very difficult to disengage from. However, they're choosing not to necessarily put on too much pressure. They do have the constant slows coming down from the one evolve heart that is going to give them a little bit more distance between them. Can you teleport while polyed? I actually don't know. I have no idea. Not an interaction I have seen much of. Check the Emma build. You got it. Going for a wind and fire wheels. So, unlike the previous matches, unlike the previous tournament, we have actually made it into night one without anybody dying, which that sounds like it shouldn't be a rare thing. That sounds like it shouldn't be like uncommon, but oh, Homecoming. Catching Flammable over here with Celeste. Flammable will go down. Yep. I mean, they made it to night one at least before someone got griefed. They made it a lot closer. Flammable already going down to two of the stronger players in this tournament. Tree with a chance to maybe come save him says, it's not worth it. We're gonna let him die. Because really, like, if Tree shows up, they're just dead to Celeste and Homecoming here. We do see Sana and Jenny, both who have finished their XCRs and their chess pieces, are getting awfully close to Extra Crispy and Low Life, but other than that, we have no teams getting too close to each other. We sort of have Nea and Monkey Got Crit a little bit close to Tree, but it's also not going to be an engagement. Nope, not going to be a fight quite yet. Tree is just cooking up, getting some food, doesn't want to die. Oh, Jenny. Jenny and Sana have probably seen some pings. Low Life is low on life. Oh, they're going to go for the TP out. Ooh, cancels his TP. Sana getting the first few hits. Extra Crispy going on to Sana. Low Life coming in with the flank. Oh, a nice ult combination is going to take Sana extremely low, but Sana will be able to just stealth away from that. Jenny is still rather healthy, and that is a nice ult that Jenny managed to pop down there, which gave Sana just the amount of time he needed to get out of that fight. What looked like in a very explosive fight that would probably end with someone dead ended up with nobody dead, as both of these players just disengaged from each other. However, over here on the other side of the map, we do have Madru dropping to Homecoming and Celeste. Looks like Nozori ended up just dipping out of there. Or actually, or maybe was never in that fight to begin with. I think Madru may have just gotten sniped. Nozori has been consistently... Ooh. Oh, the Shoichi W is, if you guys didn't know, it does cancel the bike. I don't know why the bike just disappeared entirely, though. That's a little strange. Strange interaction. Maybe it was a visual glitch. Maybe it was just a glitch in general. In any case, that is the end of Tree and Flammable's team. They'll be dropping out in 9th place. So far, we have had our first team eliminated, as well as Madru unfortunately falling here in Forest. That does leave Nozori alone, still without a weapon finished. And yeah, not very good prospects of winning this match. Oh, up here in the top. Bamortia and Alars are going to be meeting Celeste and Homecoming. A nice engagement from Celeste is going to put a lot of early damage onto Bamortia. Homecoming coming in with the flag. Oh, a beautiful ultimate is going to tag only Alars, but not... Ooh. but not Bamortia. Bamortia will be able to get away, but Alaris will end up falling here. Oh, Celeste. If you know one thing about Sylvia, it's that you can't run from her because she has the fastest movement speed in the game when that bike is initiated. Ooh, Bamortia will fall. Second team to fall here will be, in fact, Alaris and Bamortia. Our Emma player has dropped early. We'll not be able to see that late game wonderful Emma action that I was really hoping to see, but a nice try nonetheless. Ooh, we do have some teams posturing around each other. Jenny and Sana, who are both, I mean, they've finished a lot of items, but their progress hasn't been that insane. Oh, they're going to be focusing their efforts. Oh, a whiffed whiffed Q from Sana. Oh, but then they had a nice ult coming down from Jenny. That big eye ultimate, again, giving them the room they need to breathe. Extra Crispy dropping extremely low. We're seeing exactly why this duo is so powerful. If you give them any space, if you give them any chance to just sit there and plink away at your team, it's going to be pretty much impossible to put any pressure on them, and they will outscale you in damage. And if the fight lasts long enough, their weapon skill will be up. It's an inevitable, like, I win this fight button at some point. So, yeah, that's going to be... Oh, Nozori. Oh, no, Nozori. Oh, no. Oh, no, right into Homecoming. Homecoming is going for the, like, cut-off move. Now Celeste can come in and clean it up. Oh, the E following Nozori's E. That will be one dead Adriana. GG coming down from Homecoming and Celeste onto Nozori, our third team to fall in this tournament match. Now, at this point, the teams have completely grouped up. Nobody is off on their own trying to get some stuff that they don't need. And they're opting to just team, because at this point, if you're not with your teammate and you get picked off by yourself, yeah, you're kind of throwing, you're kind of inting at that point. So everyone's grouped up, but everyone is also in their own zone. Literally, not a single group is in. There's no zone that has two groups in it at the moment. We've got two people over here in Forest. We've got Lowlife and Extra Crispy down here in Chapel. We have Choweri and Jenny over in Uptown. Prime sub to me and Vad Falcon still alive over here in Hospital. Extra Crispy just teleported out. I assume Lowlife will soon follow over to Pond. Celeste and Homecoming up in Alley. And of course, Monkey Got Crit and Naya up in Archery Range. Now keep in mind, the nice thing about Archery Range later in the game is that there are a lot more animals that are going to respawn, because generally these animals get taken early. So they'll respawn by the mid game. I don't know if they necessarily have yet, but yeah, this is a good place if you want to go for mid-game farm. Archery is really good. You have a bunch, you have like 3 bats, you have like 3 boars, you have 2 camps of wolves. It's a lot of animals. It's a lot of good farm and potentially good materials that you're going to need for the late game. Monkey Got Crit, by the way, that build that they did end up going for is a 1-inch punch plus butler suit, Shah Jahan, and holding the chain coif for what I can assume is going to be a mithril helmet if they do get that mithril. So let's check in. Hey, we got some time. These teams aren't fighting each other, although Homecoming and Celeste are getting awfully close to purple team over here. Let's check some items. Let's see what our players are building. A lot of motorcycle helmets. Quite a lot of motorcycle helmets. For those who don't know, motorcycle helmet is a perfect choice for people who are just trying to have like flexible early game builds. Oh, Homecoming catching. Oh, low life, but he's gonna knock him back, so Homecoming won't get the engage here. But Celeste does come from the other side, getting a nice EWQ on Extra Crispy. Gonna be a lot of early burst. That whiffed ultimate from Yuki is going to be a huge deal. Means there's not gonna be a lot of follow-up damage for low life to potentially clean up this fight. Homecoming and Celeste will be dropping Extra Crispy rather early. Now low life is just attempting the best that he can to just get away, but it's not going to be enough. Lowlife and Extra Crispy will both fall over here in Temple. Another team cleaned up by Celeste and Homecoming. Guys, they have 7 kills. This is an insane game for them so far. Even if they die in like 4th or 3rd place, they have gotten a ton of kills early in the game. That's a huge game so far. If they drop like 60 points in the first game, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna absolutely lose it. That's insane. In Alley, we have a Wickline and Kiyomi. Monkey Got Crit might just end up accidentally face-checking this bush, not knowing there's a team in there. But they've been moving around a little bit. Okay, they've shown themselves. They place a camera to identify that there is, in fact, a full team here. We have Kiyomi and a Wickline. Ooh. Oh. This fight's not going to happen. Both teams opting to disengage and not take this fight. However, by disengaging, they ended up going the exact same direction, so they will be engaging on each other. There will be a fight here. Shoichi dropping the ultimate. We have Dylan putting a lot of pressure. They're focusing on Wickline down. The ultimate comes down, but it hits Sylvia instead. Monkey Got Crit is rather low, but ooh, a Wickline with a very, very clutch ultimate, going to be giving him a lot of space to breathe. Monkey Got Crit does end up falling. Awukanen is very low at the moment. Ooh, okay, so we're down to just 1v1. Oh! Identifying that Shoichi has no way of preventing this revive. Oh, beautiful work. Sylvia opting to just go for the combat revive on Awukanen. That is going to surely spell doom for Neu and Monkey got crit. If there is one major flaw in Shoichi's kit when it comes to team play, it is that you cannot interrupt a combat revive. And if you know anything about this game, combat reviving is an incredibly powerful tactic if your opponent can't interrupt it, because that revives the opponent with 50% of their max HP. That is sure is a lot of HP. And that's gonna be the end of Neu and Monkey got crit. Honestly, I love the way that they played that, because what Awukanen did was they popped that heart ult just to give them a chance to not die, heal up a little bit extra, but by moving over to the right, that gave Sylvia a chance to get out of the heart ultimate and chase down Monkey got crit. A very, very well played match between, or sorry, well played fight between both these players, Kiyomi and Awukanen. Now, what we have here is just 4 teams left. We have no stragglers, we have no rats to pay attention to. Everybody has their teammates left. We have Celeste and Homecoming with a handsome, I'm kind of getting flustered looking at this. 7 kills on Celeste and Homecoming. We have Kiyomi and Awukanen, who just took a nice fight. You just saw how they cleaned up Monkey got crit, and Neu, got confused with Teus. We also have Sana and Jenny, the players who performed super well in the previous tournament, and we have Prime Sub to Me and Vad Falcon. Ooh, they've identified they're in here. Oh, what a beautiful ultimate from Homecoming! Gonna be dealing a bunch of damage to both Vad Falcon and Prime Sub to Me. Homecoming is dropping awfully low regardless of this though. Celeste, however, is fairly untouched and is going to clean up Vad Falcon, and Prime Sub to Me is in a poor position and will surely fall to both Homecoming and Celeste, as both of these characters have insane mobility, and even the high mobility Fiora will not be able to potentially disengage. Remember, as soon as Sylvia gets on the bike, there is no chance that you're going to run away. Prime Sub acknowledges that they are soon to be dead and throws down the crying emoji. Feels bad, man. Unfortunately, that is going to be our 4th place team in the first match of this tournament. Prime Sub to Me and Vad Falcon with a nice showing so far, going down in 4th. And with that, we are down to our last 3 teams. They're potentially at 57 points right now. Are we talking about Homecoming and Celeste? If they get first place, would they get 57 points? If so, that's absolutely insane, considering that the previous tournament, I think first place was what, 78 points or something? That would be basically an entire tournament win right there, if they manage to pull this off. Can you please show Homecoming's items? I'd be happy to. Homecoming is currently sitting on Leviathan, Dragon Dobok, Crystal Tiara, Auto Arms, Mithril Boots, and Moonlight Pendant. We have 4 RNG, well, I mean, that's not really RNG, but we have 4 rare items, as well as the Dragon Dobok for extra range, and the Crystal Tiara to, just a little bit extra crit damage, or sorry, crit chance. And, you know, Yuki's pretty mana hungry too, so you can't say no to that. So both of these players over here on the southern side of the map, we have Awukanen and Kiyomi playing a more passive style now that they've gotten that first set of kills up in alley. They're opting to get good food. I'm guessing since they were over there in Temple just previously and now they're over here in Dock, there's a good chance they're making fish and chips, which, if you don't know, is some of the best food in the game, so they might have a nice food advantage going into the later part of this tournament. But we also, look, even though if they have a food advantage, but we're looking at a team over here with 9 kills. This is the most kills on a single team we've seen in any of our tournament matches so far, so this is absolutely insane. That means their mastery is also very high at 14 mastery, dwarfing anybody else in the tournament. Currently, we've got 10 as the highest on both of our other teams, and they're both at their 2nd weapon skill level. 14 is that perfect cutoff point. If you want to be, you know, the biggest upgrade goes from 13 to 14, because that's when your weapon skill goes from level 1 to level 2. There's big advantages on the weapon skill. That means that the moving reload on Celeste will be extremely low cooldown. You'll see a lot more, like, faster rotations on Sylvia, as well as parry on Homecoming, I believe, just dealing more damage. I'm not sure how else it improves, but it at least does more damage, which is, you know, it's going from a useful defensive tool to now a useful defensive and offensive tool, which is very, very important. Now, we haven't seen a lot of this team. Jenny, Choeri, they have 0 kills so far, but that doesn't mean you can count them out. This team is actually super deadly. They won the 3rd round of the previous tournament that we just played before this one. And it's because they scale super well into the late game. 2 AR skill characters can just shut down anybody who is unfortunate enough to get into a long fight with them, and they have a lot of max HP. Both these players stacking up a ton of max HP, so it's not like you can exactly burst either of these players. How many points for first? 18 flat points. Plus there's a modifier, there's a multiplier on your kills based on your placement as well. Hey, what's up, Ricky Suezo? How you doing, man? Hope you had a nice Christmas. I had a very comfortable break. I hope, actually, you know, everybody here, I hope everybody had a nice Christmas. And I had a wonderful holiday. Whew, okay, so. Oh, Celeste. Okay. Alrighty. So Celeste manages to pick up a Queen of Hearts, as well as Auto Arms. This is a stacked Sylvia kit. How many kills equals 18 points? So it's 2 kills, it's 2 points per kill, but also based on your placement, your kills will get multiplied by a certain amount. The more, or the higher your placement, the higher the multiplier. It scales from a 1.0 multiplier to a 1.8 multiplier if you're in first. So, and it like scales all the way down. So the kills, I can't say like, oh, it's just 2 kills or 2 points per kill, because it depends on your placement as well. Getting to the end of each lobby does give you a significant advantage, which is how it should be. If you do well, you should be rewarded. Okay, ooh, we have both these players. Both these teams are going to be catching each other right here. I don't know if they know that they're in this bush, although dropping a nice mock mine right there is going to potentially, ooh, they're playing it very safe. Hiding in that bush, the thumbs up. Okay, they're gonna go trigger it. Yep. That does mean that we have Sana and Jenny over here, fully aware that Homecoming and Celeste are nearby. Keep in mind, Wickline and Kiyomi... Wait. Hold on. I can't access chat. I don't actually know who picked up Wick. That must have happened a while ago, because both of these players just... Or none of these teams have Wick buff anymore. Huh. Chat, who got Wick? Because I apparently didn't see it. Team 8 had Wick. Oh, it's just already gone at this point. Oh my gosh. So these players are just... they're chatting out of their minds. They're bringing their best kits in for this raid. Opting to go for the XCR assault rifle, which is a pretty good choice. Unfortunately, they know that if they do die here, they're going to be losing all of their gear. Wait a minute. This isn't Tarkov. What is this game? Oh, it's Eternal Return. Oh, okay. So yeah, it threw me because they both had assault rifles. So we have Kiyomi and Wickline. They're over here in this bush. They're trying their... Ooh, bush check? Oh, don't face check it, Sana. What are you doing? Oh, Sana, you're so much better than that. You have a character with a bush check. Oh, but Homecoming and Celeste coming in from the top. This is suddenly just an entire brawl with the entire lobby. But everyone just walks away. What's happening? What? Teams? You're supposed to fight each other. What are you doing? Yeah, it's not Tarkov after that. These players are playing way too aggro. This is Dota 3. How did Sana just walk into that bush and walk out like nothing happened? Like, what is actually happening? Okay. Ooh, Homecoming being caught by the mock mine. Gonna be dealing a lot of true damage and dropping him fairly low. Kiyomi and Wickline are going for the third party. They just want to be right in this fight. A strong combo is going to be coming in, but Jenny is going to be taken awfully low. Their weapon skills are coming down. Jenny is barely alive right now. How is Jenny alive? Homecoming throwing down the ultimate, keeping Jenny still in the fight, but Jenny is going to fall to Celeste's bite combo. This is going to be Celeste and Homecoming cleaning up both Jenny and Sana, and that is the end. Homecoming and Celeste with a 12 kill first place. Holy shit. So, as usual. Oh, hey, okay, so this is what we were talking about last game. Prime Sub to me was off of his Shukai last game, but he's come back to it. He's decided, you know what? Fiora, it's not for me. I want to play some more Shukai. That character's where the good stuff is at. So we're back to seeing this Shukai. Honestly, he plays a pretty scary Shukai. He also plays a very strange Shukai, because he, unlike a lot of others, goes for Bident, which is potentially going to be built into a cosmic Bident down the line. You really hope the Nazari Grief works this time? Dude, they've played 4 games of this exact same strategy, and it kind of hasn't been working out. So I'm curious if they're going to do some stuff to adapt it, to potentially, switch it up to be a little bit better. because I want to see them scale in the late game. I love seeing Nozori in the late game. I love seeing Sniper Aya at all points in the game. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff. They're gonna be in hotel at Zone 2. No, they're gonna go to school in Zone 2. But then they'll be in hotel. We have a player down already. Low life getting dropped by somebody. Oh, it's probably Flammable with the plasma sword, but his teammates are already there to revive him. That's not it's a fight, but it's not a real fight. Someone went down, but that is technically considered first blood. We have Ilara's getting awfully close to Jenny and Sana, who are both over here in cemetery. We have Madru on the chase. Oh, Nea is the one who is being chased right now by Madru, who has finished his TAC 50 already. We have Flammable. I thought was attacking Baborgia, but he's just looting. Not quite the same. It's really hard to tell when everyone's this like close together. It is honestly really hard to tell who is in fact getting in a fight with each other and who is not. We have Monkey Got Crit finishing his weapon. I wouldn't be surprised if he just tried to burst down Low Life here, but he's instead letting him just teleport out. Even with his weapon finish, it's not going to be enough incentive for him to go for that fight. We have Madru getting chased. Oh no. Not again. Well, oh, okay. Homecoming and CCeles are gonna let Madru get picked up here. They will survive the beginning of this game, even if they probably don't deserve it. But they're gonna see a second life. They're gonna see better days, hopefully. We have Monkey Got Crit and Ney over here picking up the wolves in Forest, so they might be running into Madru. Oh no, they're. Please, Madru, you just had your second lot of life. What are you doing? You're already risking it all again. Neu jumping straight onto Madru with a popped ult, not doing much damage. Nozori will drop here in the red zone. Madru has seen better days and will be dropping down to 15 seconds on his timer. Nozori is full dead. Madru saying, all right, well, my teammate's dead. I'm gonna go down with the ship. I'm gonna just go right back into him. You could have walked over here to cemetery to get away, but I'm afraid it might be too late at this point. 5, 4, 3, 2. Should have saved the dash right there. 1. Ah, it's too late. Madru gonna fall there. Ah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Nozori and Madru will be going out right at the beginning of game number 2. Prime sub to me. Getting awfully close to Low Life, who I believe just popped the ultimate there. He sure did, to get some distance from Prime Sub to me. Prime Sub to me does not have a. It's going for the hack win. Ah, yes, they added the hack mechanic already into not OGBS. Insane. Disqualified for red zone death. I think that kills. Hey, did that kill still count for? Let's see. Who was that? It was Nea and Monkey Got Crit. Yeah, we should be giving a kill to them? I don't know. I don't know, chat, was that Nea and Monkey Got Crit's kill? Does that count? We have a fight up here in archery range. Monkey Got Crit, Nea, CCeles, and Homecoming. 2 very favored teams in this tournament. Oh, a beautiful from Monkey Got, or not Monkey Got Crit, from Homecoming is gonna be tagging both Nea and, well, they're so low. Everybody's so low right now, but it looks like, oh, CCeles gonna drop down to Neu. That was a beautiful turnaround by Neu. Oh! I can't even follow it. That was so close. Okay, so at the end there, it was in fact Homecoming and CCeles who did manage to survive that fight. If he had managed to get the final W auto attack onto Homecoming, that would have been the end of Homecoming and CCeles, but it was in fact CCeles and Homecoming pulling out the win against Monkey Got Crit and Neu. Turns out Parry's pretty good. Hey guys, who knew that parry was a good weapon skill? Couldn't have been me. I never knew. Choeri, Jenny, getting into a bit of a scuffle down here in, what is this place? Chapel with Flammable and Trinity, but they are opting to instead not take this fight, identifying that both these players are relatively well built. And let's see, what's their name? Trinity and Flammable are, well, Flammable's pretty built, but Tree has potentially got some room to grow in terms of his build. Those Yuki R's are on point, dude. Homecoming's Yuki is clean. Not gonna lie, I didn't think that his ult would hit either of those players, and it ended up hitting both of those players, which is absolutely insane. Both of these players showing exactly why they were the people who dropped 12 kills in the previous match. They're already up to 3 for this match as well, and they've got, well, they've got relatively decent placement already. They're not going out in 8th or 9th. Can't complain too much. So, the only teams that are relatively spread out at the moment are Lowlife and Extra Crispy. We're seeing Vad Falcon and Prime Cinemi getting a little bit spread out too, while Prime is, oh, he finished his Cosmic Biden. Love to see it. He picked up a bunch of fish though, because he knows that he's playing Shukai, and the best way to farm a bunch of stacks in the late game is by crafting a bunch of spicy fish stew. So they have the water, they have the fish. Now here's time for the spicy fish stew once they get more lighters and the chance, the opportunity to just start crafting. This is probably what this is right here. Vidify sleeping cam. Vidify is unfortunately not in this tournament because I don't think he managed to sign up in time. So once again, we're at that point in the game where all the players are just taking a breather, taking a chance to just finish up their builds, get materials, farm up mastery, do what they can to get what they need, you know? So well, all we can really do is watch the map to see if any of these teams end up getting awfully close to each other. Keep in mind, Bomorsha and Ilaris, they are able to loot any extra materials since they're struggling to finish their builds. They're going to get the chance to loot off of Nea and Monkey Got Crit, potentially just take, you know, whatever materials they need to finish what they haven't finished yet. Which is a pretty good, like, if you don't know necessarily that there are people dead over here, being the first ones to discover them after the team that killed them, you know, looted them and ran off, that's a pretty nice advantage right there. Gives you a little bit of an edge if you're potentially struggling to finish what you need to finish. Although I will say there are straight jacket sneakers, and maybe they got picked up, but either way, there's straight jackets that Bomor should maybe not be picking up. Did Celeste take him? No? I don't know who took him. Mono Hoshisao, best sword. By the way, where's Tom? Hey, Tom Sorcerer, are you here, buddy? I need to talk to you about something. Something very near and dear to my heart. We have Tree to Be, Inflammable. Okay, biking away. Tom is out, that's a shame. Let's go flame him. We have Inflammable and Tree to Be managing to get away from Sana and Jenny. Although, despite getting out nice and clean, now they're gonna just get caught right again because they went to go kill that bat. And hey, this is not looking like the ult going back in. A beautiful ult is going to be keeping Flammable and Tree to Be in place for the rest of this fight. Flammable does drop to Sana and Jenny. Now Tree to Be is just left to run away, but Bomorsha and his teammate Ilaris are really close by, waiting in the wings, ready to third party this fight. Flammable throwing down the hey, what's up emote, but unfortunately, there will be no mercy given from Jenny and Sana. Guns squad. Dude, they're playing Tarkov. They're getting excited for the wipe right now. Oh, we have a fight down here on the bottom side of the map, potentially breaking out between Vad Falcon and Awukanen and Kiyomi. Kiyomi opting instead, though, to just throw down these slow barriers, say, hey, oh, please, 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 I don't want to be involved in this fight. I want no trouble. Leave me and my friend alone. My guitar-playing friend alone. They're just going to be kiting backwards with repeated slows. Vad Falcon throwing the Q, and it did manage to connect onto Awukanen, so that will be a route that will come down in right now. But, unfortunately, too fast, too furious. Cannot, I for a second swore that Prime Sub just slewed it, just threw down the Shukai ult, but that's not what that was. He was just cooking. You know, he's just cooking. I and ISIL, I ship it. They're having a good time. Our players are really genuinely trying to avoid fights right now. I think everyone realizes that if they take a fight, it's probably with another pretty decent team. And if they take a fight and it goes south, if they do end up dying, that's not going to be good for them. Like, I know that sounds obvious, but hey, why not just take your fights later in the game, right? Looks like Jenny has 10k HP. Oh! Playing around this corner, gonna get a really nice initial burst on Awukanen. A good polymorph gonna go down, gonna stop any real pressure. Kiyomi dropping extremely low as well. Gonna be able to bike out of that heart ultimate. But Awukanen is likely gonna be sacrificed here so that Kiyomi can just rat it out for the rest of the game. Some good kiting maybe might be enough, but it kind of doesn't look like it. Bomorsha and Ilaris, between the two of them, they have very good chase. And unfortunately, Awukanen will be dropping here to Bomorsha and, wait, sorry, and Ilaris. I'm happy seeing the Emma like finally survive to the late game, because I really love seeing those really clutch polymorphs. That is such a back-breaking skill to have used against you. Also, we have 2 players TPing in the red zone, losing a little bit of their timer, but hey, if it's worth it for the extra distance they're gonna cover, it's worth it. What's the Emma build? I don't think it's crit. I think it's where is it? It's like Fuma somewhat crit, somewhat mana, somewhat max HP. I like this build. Jackie Emma is a clever combo. I do think it's a good combo. I do agree. It is a nice combo. So Kiyomi managed to escape, right? But unfortunately, Kiyomi is now sort of stuck on this side of the map, very close to Extra Crispy and Low Life. And if they do see enough noise on the other side of the map, they might go aggressive. But Kiyomi is opting instead to run over to Hotel. Oh, Tree to Be also teleporting in. So we're at 2 players who are without their teammates at this point between Kiyomi and Tree to Be. It wouldn't surprise me if they did manage to catch up with each other and maybe white flag and create some sort of alliance. They do sort of need that if they're gonna, you know, end up surviving. Keep in mind, Wick has gone down. Unfortunately, I don't actually know who ended up picking it up. Let's find out. Oh, Crispy catching on to Tree to Be. I'm guessing it was Jenny? Yep, it was Jenny and Sana once again consistently picking up Wick. Now, Tree to Be is finding himself between Prime Sub's team and Extra Crispy's team. So instead, he bikes away, and now these 2 teams are going to be more aggressive towards each other instead. We also, in the south side of the map, we have Lars and Bamortia getting awfully close to Celeste and Homecoming, so that could explode into a big fight at any moment. Crispy getting caught. He will fall immediately. I'm going to go check in on this fight because that fight is pretty much already over. We have Celeste and Homecoming getting awfully close to Lars and Bamortia. The zone is closing in 6 seconds, so this team will be opting to come into Chapel on this side, whereas Bamortia and Lars, identifying that's likely where they're going to come in, will be trying to cut them off. Bamortia going in first, going to be running right through that slow wall, getting stunned by Homecoming as well. That very strong early damage is going to be coming out. The double guillotine is keeping Lars from getting into the fight too early. A nice polymorph onto Sylvia is going to put some pressure back onto Homecoming and Celeste, but it doesn't seem to be enough. There was just enough spacing, just enough damage, and that will be the end of Celeste and Bamortia. Homecoming and, or sorry, not Celeste, Bamortia and Ilares. Celeste and Homecoming are the ones who will be picking up that extra 2 kills. Now they're at a comfortable 5 kills, guys. Guys, this team had 12 kills last game. And they've already got 5 kills this game. Like, they can't be stopped. No one else is even coming close to their kill count right now. This is insane. I've never seen a team so convincingly dominating the lobbies. Sorry. Bruh. Hold on. Did they identify that each other are solo players? Oh, maybe not. They were right next to each other for a second there, but they don't seem to be necessarily teaming yet. But will they get the chance to? Low Life is also, I believe, a solo player at this point. So we have 3 players missing their teammates. We have 3 alive full teams, and we have 3 solo players. Everyone is converging right now into Cemetery, and shit could go down at pretty much any moment. Homecoming, seeing that Kiyomi's all by himself, opting to just go super aggro with the Sylvia, with the Yuki. You're not going to get away from that one unless you manage to pull some crazy stuff out. But no, that is going to be the end of Kiyomi, unfortunately getting caught by Celeste and Homecoming, who are now up to their 6th kill of this game. Guys, I don't want to say they're going to go 2 for 2 with, you know, 12 kill games, but there's still 6 players left that they could kill. They could potentially drop another 12 bomb, which would be absolutely insane. Yuki always ruins your early games. Yeah, he is kind of a big bully at all points in the match. Joey. Getting bonked from the chat. Let's do a quick items check. So I'm sure you guys are curious, like, hey, what items are our contestants using? We have this build over here. I don't even know how to interpret it. It's sort of a combination of like, hey, I found this stuff, and hey, this stuff makes me relatively tanky and relatively auto attack focused. We have Homecoming with his build. We have Celeste with, we've been seeing a lot more of this like Magnum Boa, Amazonas sort of Sylvia build. We've been seeing that a lot more lately. we've got low life on sort of standard Dobok Elegance Aya. We've got the 2 players on the same team, both running nearly identical auto attack XCR builds on AR. Is that a fight? No. We've got, hold on, no, Tree to Be isn't a fight. Getting caught by Homecoming. Oh, that's the end of Tree to Be. Celeste and Homecoming, they're on par, or they're on pace to potentially clean up the rest of this lobby. If they get the rest of the kills, that is going to be good. However, Jenny, oh, they barely have any wick buff left. A sliver of wick buff left. If these 2 players opt to go check Chapel, and they end up getting caught by the Mock Mine plus the Mithril String, but the wick buff will be gone by the time that happens. Oh, catching Homecoming all by himself. The Sylvia teammate is relatively far away. Celeste is not there to back him up, but this is how, look, guys. This is Yuki we're talking about. Yuki doesn't get caught. Yuki has the highest mobility in the game. He just runs away. You can't catch that man. And like you saw right there, as soon as the root would have come down, he just parried it, so it didn't actually affect him at all. Man, parry is such a strong skill. It's actually insane how powerful that thing is. It's like maybe even the best weapon skill at the moment. It's so good. So having managed to teleport, wait, Homecoming? Homecoming! He teleported, I couldn't see him on the map, he teleported right into Prime Sub to me and Valid Falcon, but Celeste. Oh! Oh! Missing everything! Oh, but it will be enough. Prime will eventually go down. Celeste opting over the revive, knowing that this ISIL has no way of interrupting this revive. This is a guaranteed revive on the Homecoming, but will they get over to interrupt the revive on Prime Sub to me in time? Homecoming opting to sit down. Yes, Prime Sub does get picked up. Celeste going very aggro and is very tanky at the moment. Going to be getting the catch onto both That Falcon and Homecoming. Or sorry, and Prime Sub to me. That Falcon is dropping incredibly low. Does he have the E to get away? No, the W might be enough kite potential to disengage. Shukai's ultimate is still down for a quarter of its timer, but the root coming out of ISIL will be enough to potentially slow down Celeste. But the E plus W combo on the bike is going to be catching Prime Sub to me once again. Prime Sub will be going down, and now it's just Homecoming and Celeste trying to clean up 2 rats, and then Jenny's team with Sana. Though, this is some good kiting. There's honestly some great kiting coming out of Bad Falcon right now. Oh, but that's a beautiful combination. The QR coming out of Yuki. A high amount of damage, a high amount of true damage as well. Plus, we're gonna see Sylvia coming in from the right side. Oh, dropping all the traps so they don't get to have them for the late game. Bad Falcon, oh, the panic Q, it's not gonna be enough. Rest in peace, Bad Falcon. You think pistol skill is more toxic than parry? Pistol skill is vastly overrated at the moment. It is just okay. Low life getting caught. The beautiful blind Q from Sana will be catching low life. He'll be throwing down the ultimate to try and get some distance, try and get some safety. But between these 2 players, there's a very small chance that you're going to get away from the chain Qs coming out of ISIL. Low life will be dropping incredibly low here, but wasting a lot of time on Sana and Jenny. There we go. Now we're just down to 2 teams full of players, and that is it. Homecoming and Celeste losing a lot of timer to teleport out. They're gonna have to teleport into the zone if they can. Oh, they had very convenient TPs that were right next to each other. You love to see it. They're just more skilled. Oh, but a nice remote mine coming down from Sana and Jenny. They've got some nice trap action here. That's gonna give them the spacing that they need, but hey, let's be honest here. Homecoming knows how to bait a trap or 2. Oh, all these explosive traps dealing not that much damage because they're explosive traps. They're gonna be engaging onto Jenny and Sana. Jenny dropping awfully low, but they're dropping their remote mines in change, trying to do a lot of damage coming back at them, but it won't necessarily be enough because Celeste can just spam that Q, can just spam that heal. These remote mines are not, Homecoming dashes right out of it. There's no way for these traps to actually connect. They're playing these traps perfectly. They know exactly how to make sure that they are not effective, and Sana is stuck here between them. Just forced to take but a ton of damage from that last mine will do a lot, but it won't be enough. In the end, it will be Celeste and Homecoming taking game number 2 as well, with another insane high kill game. Oh my god. This is insane. Here we are, round number 3. With 6 people over here in Temple. We have Prime Sub to me, Bad Falcon. Oh, they're griefing, aren't they? They've got to be griefing, right? So the thing is that Jenny and Sana are both here as well. Also, Inflatable Koala, thank you for the sub as well. I appreciate it. So we have Jenny and Sana over here. So if they do get griefed on the teleporter, oh, wait a second. He has not finished his Bident yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to grief Naya as he goes for the TP. Naya probably identifying that this is what's gonna happen. Also, Sepolis, thank you for the sub, dude. Good to see you, by the way. So Naya will be, oh, Bad Falcon, no. Oh, it's not, you're not supposed to miss that E. It may not be enough either way. It looks like they are getting the chain cues from Prime Sub to me. This might be our first death here in round number 3. Naya getting griefed by the infamous Prime Sub to me and Vad Falcon combo over here in Temple. Although he is juking, oh my god, he is juking everything right now. You've seen this story before? Yeah, I've seen this before. Oh, Monkey God Crit is here in time with not a finished weapon, but still pretty strong. They're gonna be turning the pressure back onto Prime Sub and Vad Falcon. Oh, he lands the E. That is gonna be a root going on to Monkey God Crit. Naya is living just barely. I don't know how, but he is barely living through this. Although he is putting a lot of pressure back onto Vad Falcon. Vad Falcon might actually go down here. A missed E from Prime Sub to me will not be where you wanna be. Oh! Prime Sub does manage to take down Naya in the end. The E does not conclude on Monkey, so that is not going to be a rooted extra damage coming out of Vad Falcon. Now Prime Sub to me versus Monkey God Crit. Who wins this? It looks like ooh, Sana, my boy. Sana and Jenny both finishing. Oh no. The polymorph Monkey God Crit does go down. Jenny gets the kill there. We have Choeri putting pressure onto Prime Sub to me. Naya will go down. He's attempting to just stick the revive, but he does not realize that Jenny does have the Azure Dagger down, or done already, so that's not going to be good enough. Between the two of them, that will be Prime Sub dropping as well, actually. You know what? Hey, I want to point something out. If I were Jenny in that situation, it's hard to make that call, but it would have potentially been a good idea to let Naya stick the revive onto Monkey God Crit to farm that extra kill, because I'm pretty sure they would have been able to get them back down again. The Temple Fight Club does conclude with Jenny. Oh, hold on. Madru is down. Nazori is running from Homecoming and CCeles. Has this just happened every game? Nazori will fall. Madru as well. Homecoming picking up their first 2 kills of this match. Nazori no longer in 9th place. I'm sorry, Nazori. I don't mean to bring it up, but it's funny. It is actually funny. 8th place Fog. No, they're in 7th. It's different. It's an improvement. And with that, we already have 3 teams dropping out right at the start of our 3rd game. Now everyone is going to actually try to finish their items, because boy is there like nothing done on everybody. Homecoming got that early Moonstone, so he will be finishing an early Cube Watch. I like this plan. Hey, I like this adjustment. They went from the early, like the late game Aya strategy, pivoting into an early game, what is this, Azure Dagger rush on both Emma and Zahir. I like this. They started in the same zone, they moved to the same second zone, and they came back to go clean up the Temple Fight Club stuff. Who the F took my 9th place? You missed a massive brawl between 3 teams over in, what's it called? In Temple. We've got Bamorsha and Alaris catching Kiyomi and Awukanen over here in Factory. Kiyomi opting to just bike away, getting the nice heal onto Awukanen. We've got Ilaris and Bamorsha, both fairly built, both fairly well positioned right now in this match. Flammable and Tritaby. Tritaby is no longer on Magnus. He is instead opting to be on, what's it called? On Hyunwoo. And Flammable is playing sort of the same style he's been playing. Wait, that's absolutely false. He's playing Beam Axe Jackie with a Creed of the Night this time. A completely surprising development. I like it. I like it. And yeah, surprisingly, this team is really spread apart. A team who has been together for most of all of the tournament so far are opting to play very risky and very spread. Grabbing that tree for free. This is like an interlude. There's nothing happening right now. Although, Celeste getting awfully close to low life, getting awfully close to extra crispy. If either team makes too much noise, the others will be aware that they're there. I'm guessing Celeste knows that this team is over here, but will they know that Celeste is here? That is the question, isn't it? Oh, Homecoming teleports in. Catches low life, who is relatively underbuilt at the moment. Oh no, I've seen this way too many times to know exactly how that's going to go. Between Homecoming and Celeste, man. Oh man, oh man. You're grateful for this game? Smoke rates, I'm grateful for this game as well. This game's great. So something to keep your eye on is Bamortia and Alaris getting awfully close to Jenny and Sana. Jenny and Sana, they're built in a strange way. They're opting for early game pressure, so they really obviously want to chase fights. But between them, they're relatively squishy, and they don't even feel that well built. But then again, this whole lobby is relatively underbuilt. We're in day 2, and both teams are underbuilt. And if you're thinking to yourself, oh, this lobby is stupid. When I play the game, I finish my build in day 1. And it's like, well, yeah, if you're playing on the ladder, yeah. This is a tournament though. In tournaments, things just happen that you're not used to. People will build because they'll build in different ways because they want to stay close to their teammates. It's more important that way. Speaking of staying close to your teammates, Alaris getting caught alone, but the shuriken skill, wait, no, the shuriken skill was actually, I believe, Jenny's. It was, yeah. Putting a lot of damage onto Bamortia. Ooh, a nice double Q will be tagging both Alaris and Bamortia. The W coming out from Jenny will be dropping the other Emma, and now it's just up to Bamortia to run away. If you've never played in a very, very high lobby, level lobby where all the players really are knowing like what they're doing, they have like sweaty strategies that meet super early and grief super early, you'll understand eventually that you can't necessarily reliably finish your build super fast. You do have to sort of make a bunch of adjustments, make a bunch of sacrifices in your build speed in order to stay together early and take all these early fights. Things will not go as planned. Now we have Celeste and Homecoming catching this team down here with a beautiful Yuki ult, gonna be catching both Flammable and Tree to Be throwing down the Haymaker, attempting to get some last second damage before his team inevitably gets wiped off the face of the earth, but it won't be enough. And that will be another team going down to Celeste and Homecoming. 5 kills already for this team, by the way. In the right side of the map, Bamortia is being caught by Kiyomi and Awukunin, jumping over the wall to get some distance. Ooh, the long distance E does not, in fact, bode like it. Oh! Parry. So Bamortia opted to give the kill to Awukunin rather than the Sana. They didn't know necessarily that they were going to be there. Oh, Sana getting caught here, throwing down the shuriken skill plus the ultimate. That is a ton of damage to Awukunin and Kiyomi. Kiyomi dropping down. Awukunin is very low as well and will likely fall to that. That's the here Q right there. A very beautiful turnaround by Sana and Jenny, showing exactly how good Zahir is if you overcommit to him. If you drop all of your movement skills, all of your gap closers, everything to commit onto a Zahir, odds are he's gonna press D, he's gonna press R, and you're gonna be taking a ton of damage. That is not necessarily what you want to do. You have to be more measured and reserved when going up against a Zahir like this. He can just burst you out of nowhere. And with that being said, it's now day 2. Well, day 2 night. It's day 2. There's only 2 full teams remaining. It's Homecoming Celeste versus Jenny and Sana. And we, of course, have Extra Crispy somewhere on the map, ratting it up as his teammate has already fallen. And that is what we're dealing with here. Wick's not even up yet, and we're down to our final 2 teams pretty much. Oh, Celeste. So Homecoming teleports all the way to Pond. I assume he's going for the risky leash? The risky wiggy, you know, leash onto Wickline. Yep, that is in fact what he's going for. So by positioning over here, when the timer hits about 22 seconds left, these players will run into the red zone and try to aggro Wick, pulling her over to here. Now, here's the thing. The reason why this is so good is because Wick always spawns there. Now, Jenny and Sana, they're attempting to maybe do something over there, attempting to get ready for this. Oh, Homecoming went way early. He's only got 10 seconds left. He can't pull. So it has to be Celeste. Oh, they're using a trap strategy. Oh. Will this work? Nope. Because that's not how that works. So they need to practice this. These players need to practice this strategy. It doesn't work that way. Maybe sometimes it works, maybe it just didn't work that time. Personally, the way you do it, the way I've always done it, is when there's 22 seconds left, you just walk over and hit Wick, and she'll come follow you. That's not how you do it though. So these players have griefed their timer. Extra Crispy is over here. I assumed he tried to hide over here, but ended up finding both these players. He will likely get caught here and likely go down here. Similar to the Hyun from earlier, he will throw out the Haymaker before he dies, but it will not be enough. Extra Crispy falls. Now, here's the thing. Jenny and Sana, they're right here waiting in the wings. They are ready to third party this fight. And look, Celeste and Homecoming, they don't have a lot of timer left. So if they're going to try and run, they have to run through a zone where they already have no timer. So it's kind of a free Wick, unless, of course, Homecoming and Celeste opt to just go re-engage on this. Oh, Wick is low. Whoever gets the Wick kill probably ends up winning the entire game. It is anybody's game right now. Wick goes down to Sana, but a beautiful ult from Homecoming with a follow-up from Jenny, or a follow-up from Celeste will be dropping Jenny immediately at the start of this fight. Now it's up to Sana to 2v1 this. However, he does have Wick buff at his disposal, so he will be dealing a lot more damage, more than he would be otherwise. However, if they just play this smart and just continuously fight him 1v1 while the other person heals up, there will be no way for Sana to end up winning this. But with the very, very powerful Shuriken skill coming down, Homecoming is dropping extremely low. Homecoming drops. It's Choeri versus Celeste, 1v1. If Sana manages to kite this out, this is probably Sana's game to take. Oh my god, Sana! Beautiful kiting coming out from Sana, showing exactly how good Zahir is in a 1v1 situation like this. That Wick buff is dealing a ton of damage. Oh, beautiful! The tornado is going to knock up Celeste mid-bike dash. That is going to give so much space between Choeri and Celeste. They're both ticking about 40. Oh, a missed tornado though will give Celeste the opportunity to come in here. That bike cannot be interrupted. That is certainly going to be death for Choeri, and Celeste and Homecoming going 3 for 3 will be winning game number 3 and certainly the entire tournament. GG to both these players.